I'm exhausted, I'm bored, I'm tired, Are you stupid? Did you fall on your head? Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. Oh my goodness, you guys, get into this freaking eye look. I love this look so much, and it was inspired by Stens on Instagram. I'll put her handle down here. She is so talented. It's supposed to kind of look like airbrushed, like, you know, those old like early 2000s like airbrush t-shirts. You used to see it like carnivals and fairs and stuff. It's giving me early 2000s Valentine's vibes, and I love it so much. I recreated it in purple. The original was done in blue, so you know, I really made it my own in that way, and by made it my own I mean I made it purple. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to find out that my favorite color is purple. Oh my god, I wore a purple shirt and I wore purple butterfly clips. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in my February makeup anti-haul. Yep, that's right, I'm back with another makeup anti-haul. I actually did a little teeny tiny baby anti-haul in my last video that I uploaded on Friday, which was creating my dream Valentine's Day eyeshadow palette by shopping my stash. If you haven't seen that video yet, definitely go check it out. I did a little mini anti-haul in there talking about Valentine's specific releases, but that's not what this video is about. This video is just all of the February makeup releases, and we're gonna be roasting them, we're gonna be toasting them, and we're gonna be, one more word that rhymes with roast, joasting them. Joasting, isn't joasting jesting? Dang it. Is joasting a word? I feel like that means to make jokes about. We're gonna be joking about them for sure. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to see me tell you not to buy bad makeup, then I encourage you to please subscribe, because I do these all the time, and keep on watching. It's coming at you right now. Alright, so the first new makeup release that I would like to anti-haul is the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Mystery Boxes. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, Jaclyn Cosmetics. She said she likes either, which is confusing to me. Like, ma'am, pick a brand name, it's confusing. But Jaclyn Cosmetics has launched their first launch since, I think it's been over a year since they launched anything. Because obviously we all remember Lipstick Gate from 2019. Rest in peace to those fuzzy lipsticks. Then she launched a limited edition highlighter collection last year, which I talked about in Makeup That Gives Me FOMO, because I think those highlighters looked beautiful, and I don't understand why as a new brand you would release something limited edition, but I also think she was afraid it wasn't gonna go well. So, you know, that's not what this video is about. So now Jaclyn's coming back with some mystery boxes, and it's a Valentine's theme, so I guess this is a Valentine's release, but it's whatever, I don't care. So she has the lip locked set, which looks like it comes with a does it come with 4 lipsticks? I don't know. It's kind of confusing how this is set up. It looks like you get 3 liquid lipsticks or glosses in the lip locked set, which is $25, and then it looks like they have a Light of My Life set, which is $45, that it looks like it comes with, I'd say ×2, ×3. These are so confusing, dude. I really don't understand how many products comes in each thing. There's like little numbers listed on them. I think the main reason I'm anti-hauling this is because of how confusing this launch is. How confusing the launch is, and also the fact that as a still relatively new brand, you would launch mystery boxes when you don't even have any permanent collections on your website. It's just very confusing to me. People already are having trouble trusting Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics because of Harry Lipstick Gate, and her collection after that, like I said, was limited edition, so not everybody got to try it, and now you're gonna make your next big launch mystery boxes. Like, I don't know, dude, it's confusing. And then they kind of tease the packaging. Like, you can see the liquid lipsticks are red, which for Valentine's, okay, fine, but we can't see swatches or anything because it's a mystery. It's a mystery box. I'm sorry, I don't want a mystery box from a brand that doesn't have an established line of products, you know? It's one thing when, like, I know Beauty Bay does their lucky bags every year. I watch Teresa's Dead unbox hers. I always love watching her unbox those mystery bags because you know that Beauty Bay carries a wide range of products, and you know that there's going to be a good variety in there, and you know the sorts of brands that are on Beauty Bay, so you kind of know what you might be getting. And who else does mystery boxes? I think Huda Beauty has done mystery boxes before too. I know Jeffree does them, but I literally couldn't care less. But I know Huda has done mystery boxes before, and I know people have gotten some good stuff for that. She does a good range of like palettes and lipsticks and stuff. Like, I think that's cool. But just again, with a brand like Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics that is so unestablished, literally has nothing you can currently purchase on their website aside from these mystery boxes, but I think they did sell out. It just doesn't really make sense to me, you know? Like, I hope the stuff is good. I know my friend Brittany got one, so I'm so excited to see what she gets in hers, but I find it a little strange, you know? Also, did they ask people to put in their skin tones first? Like, what if you send somebody a highlight that doesn't work for their skin tone? I mean, looking at the tops of the boxes, it kind of looks like there's a light, medium, and deeper shade. So I don't know, maybe they did ask people to put in their skin tones before they send them. I mean, they're sold out now, but let me see if I can go to the website and see if it like says anything. No, her website doesn't have anything. This is so confusing. You go to her website and it's like, we're glowing from the love, we'll be back soon. So I can't even look at what it looked like in the website when you went to buy one. But to me, this is messy, it's confusing. I mean, she sold out, so obviously it was successful. But to me, I saw that and immediately was like, oh no, I don't want to buy mystery products from a brand that doesn't even have products to go off of. Just weird. This is just a big miss for me, and I'm definitely anti-hauling it. Not that I could buy one anyway, but Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Valentine's Day mystery boxes, you're anti-hauled. Okay, now I want to talk to you about a new launch from Colourpop. And I know I recently said that Colourpop is a brand that I am no longer supporting, and I still stand by that. I did have a couple people reach out to me after this launch asking if this changed my mind at all. It didn't. So Colourpop is participating in the Pull Up for Change collection started by Sharon Shooter, who back in June, after the death of George Floyd, called on all of these brands to release their reports of who was working for them, to release the percentage of Black people that were in executive roles. So it was a way to force the makeup industry to basically admit to being non-inclusive and to hopefully shame them into being more inclusive. And I thought that was amazing. I think Sharon Shooter is an incredible person. She's the CEO of Oma Beauty. I love her a whole lot. I think this is a great thing that she put together. She got all of these different big makeup brands to make it Black and basically release their best-selling products in Black packaging. And 100% of the proceeds are going to the Pull Up for Change Impact Fund, which, if I'm understanding correctly, provides funding to Black-owned businesses. And I think that's awesome. I think it's so cool. And I know like Morphe made their setting spray, the Make It Black packaging. I think NYX did their ultimate palette, Make It Black packaging, which is honestly very bad because that palette doesn't look like it's the most inclusive palette. So that's not great. That's a real quick anti-haul. But Colourpop decided to release a new product rather than repackaging their bestseller. And honestly, this palette is really cute. I think this is a really nice color story here. I think it's one of the very few palettes they've released lately that might actually show up on deeper skin tones. So I think that's great. However, I'm still not supporting Colourpop because they didn't put this together. Sharon Shooter put this together. This is her project. This is her Pull Up for Change project, you know? So I don't think we need to give Colourpop credit for participating in this. I think it's great that they did, but it's the bare minimum, you know, and I think it's kind of telling that they had to come out with a new product because they didn't have any pre-existing products that they felt great enough to put the Make It Black packaging on, that they had to come out with something new that would actually show up on deeper skin tones. I think this is a great product. I hope they continue to come out with eyeshadow palettes that look like this, that have these beautiful, vibrant colors. Like, this is a beautiful color story. Why don't you come out with stuff like this more often? I feel like lately with Colourpop, we've been like, ugh, another boring neutral palette that only works for light skin tones. So, you know, it just feels very performative that the only time they could come out with a palette that will work for all skin tones is during the Pull Up for Change movement, is during Black History Month. Another thing I wanted to comment on is Colourpop Me Black, which was started by Neon MUA and Killer King. They are doing a PR search this month where everyone that uses the Colourpop Me Black hashtag, which should only be Black people, by the way. Apparently there have been white people using the Colourpop Me Black hashtag, which is, are you stupid? Did you fall on your head? Do you need to go to the hospital because you're stupid? But so basically at the end of the month, they're gonna choose 2 people that they found under the Colourpop Me Black hashtag to add to their PR list. I think that's great. Do I love PR searches with brands? No, I think it's an easy way for brands to get a bunch of free content of people using their products, so I don't love that aspect of it, but I am very happy for Killer King and Neon MUA because back in June, Colourpop basically used a bunch of the pictures from the Colourpop Me Black hashtag to show that they were supporting Black artists, but never gave credit to Neon MUA or Killer King, so I'm glad that they finally came around and are now doing something with them. However, this is Black History Month. Will they keep up the same energy in March? I hope so. I really hope they do. And I'm gonna be watching them because again, like I said, this palette is awesome. I think it looks so great. I hope the quality is good. You know, I've said I don't always love Colourpop's eyeshadow quality, but I can't wait to see people creating looks with this. I'm sure they're gonna create amazing, beautiful looks with it, and I'm excited to see it. But yeah, so this is not necessarily getting anti-hauled because I'm like, oh, that looks like a bad palette. But I did just wanna talk about it because I did have a lot of people asking my opinion about it, which first of all, I just wanna say my opinion as a white person does not matter on this at all. You know, you should read the comments under these posts, read what Black makeup artists and Black creators are saying about this. You know, I've seen mostly in the comments people saying, this is great, please keep this same energy, and can you expand this into your other products like blushes and face products and bronzers and highlights and all of that. So, you know, we just have to watch Colourpop, see if they do expand, see if they do continue this energy in March. That is my opinion on the Make It Black collection. I do think it's an incredible thing that Sharon Shooter put together, and you should absolutely support it if you see any products that you like. All right, let's talk about a brand that chose Black History Month to continue to be non-inclusive, and that is Marc Jacobs Beauty, and they came out with their Cafe collection. So in the Cafe collection, they came out with some new concealers, which have 30 shades, and honestly, not the worst range we've seen. I definitely see room for expansion in there. I think they probably could have added 10 more shades, mostly in the deeper section for sure, but not the most abysmal shade range. But then the real kicker here is their Omega 3 powder blush, bronzer, and highlight face palettes. They have two. So, you know, when you launch a face palette, you typically need 4, I would say. Neon MUA and Midas Cosmetics did their Dusk Till Dawn collection in 4, and I thought that was perfect. They had a great range. Marc did 2, and Marky, baby, let's talk. This is not it. This is not it at all. They came out with a lighter one and a deeper face palette, and as I think Twintorials was the comment that pointed out, yeah, Twintorials posted a comment saying the concealers go deeper than the bronzer. How does that work? And they're absolutely right. When you release 2 face palettes in the same collection as this 30 shades range of concealers, and the concealers go deeper than the bronzers, that doesn't add up. Concealer is to brighten, even, you know, not everybody uses concealer to brighten, but it's either to match your skin tone or go lighter. So when your deepest shade of concealer is darker than your deepest bronzer, then not everybody's gonna be able to use that, you know? Even seeing them swatched too, it's just kind of weird because the highlight in the lighter collection kind of looks like it would have been better suited for the deeper collection. It doesn't even look like a good deep highlight, but I'm just saying it's more golden toned than the very like pinky champagne toned one in the deeper palette. This is just such a huge miss, you know? Like, it doesn't go deep enough, you know? If you're only gonna do 2 palettes, at least do them on the 2 extremes of the spectrum, you know? Do one for really light skin tones and one for really deep skin tones. Then people in the middle are screwed, which sucks, but at least you get the range, you know? No, I mean, they should have just come out with at least 4. You know, if you want to hit each category of like light, medium, deep, and rich, then you have to offer 4 face palettes. It doesn't work any other way. I think this is a huge miss, especially coming from a luxury brand like Marc Jacobs, who you know has the money to do that. It's awful. It's purposefully non-inclusive. They did not take any effort to make sure that this launch would work for everybody, and it's a huge slap in the face too with just the fact that the concealers go deeper than the bronzers. So this Marc Jacobs Cafe collection, specifically the face powders, are a huge anti-haul for me. Okay, let's talk about another new Naked palette, Urban Decay. I am exhausted by these Naked palettes. But so Urban Decay came out with the Naked Wild Wild West palette, which, okay, it's not an all neutral palette, which is great, you know. I do think I like the pops of blue and turquoise in there, but I'm more so anti-hauling this just because I want them to let the Naked palettes die. You literally killed the original Naked palette. You had a funeral where you had Nicole Richie and Katie Johnson there, and it was a little weird, but it definitely got you some attention for killing the original Naked palette, but then you wouldn't let the rest of the Naked palettes die. And I feel like every time I hear somebody talk about a Naked palette, it's like, oh, that it was really revolutionary at the time where it launched, but now it just doesn't hold up. Not just the packaging, which I feel like nobody likes those little strips of eyeshadow. Nobody likes to have this little space. We want to be able to get our brush in there and really swirl it around. So I don't like how small the pan sizes are. But even aside from that, I've heard that the quality of these palettes just does not match up to the price. I mean, how much are they? I think all the Naked palettes are like $54, right? Okay, it's $49. I think that's actually a little cheaper than they normally are, but still, that's an expensive makeup palette. And to just kind of have the first 3 shades, or maybe the first 2-3 shades, be pretty much wasted. They have a cream shade in there, they have a really light brown shade. The second and third shade look almost identical to each other. You can tell they maybe have a slightly different undertone. And the deepest shade in the palette is like this very ashy looking gray shade. Like, give me some depth, put a really deep rich brown in there, rich espresso brown or something. There's only 2 blue shades in the whole palette. I mean, the only thing that really makes it Wild West, I guess they're going for kind of like a Southwest theme, is those 2 blue shades and that one orangey brown shade. The rest is like, what does this have to do with Wild West? You just kind of threw a bunch of boring neutrals in there. So I'm exhausted, I'm bored, I'm tired, I mean, I can't imagine a lot of people are gonna buy this. I'm sure they'll pay a lot of people to do sponsorships wearing these looks, because I feel like that's always what happens when a new Naked palette drops. You see a bunch of sponsored Instagram posts of people wearing it and telling you it's great, but then you never see those Instagram creators using that palette ever again, and that should tell you everything you need to know. So the Urban Decay Wild Wild West palette is anti-hauled. Get out of here. All right, and the last new makeup release I want to talk about in my anti-haul today is the BH Cosmetics Amethyst palette. So I didn't talk about their new theme they're doing in my January video just because I thought the Garnet palette was boring, but basically BH Cosmetics is coming out with a little mini palette for every birthstone, so they're going to be launching a new one every month. I am kind of excited to see what they do for September. September is my birthstone. September is my birthstone. Sapphire is my birthstone, and I think blues could be really pretty, so I hope to do something good with that. But to me, they dropped the ball on Amethyst. What a good opportunity! Purple! It's purple! I love purple! Look at me! I am the color purple. And I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, and you took the ball and you dropped it, and it bounced away, and you never went and picked it up, because that is just, it just doesn't look good. Okay, so with the Garnet palette, they made that one big shade, this red shimmery shade, which I already thought was kind of silly, because I was like, okay, if you're gonna make one big shade and 6 little shades, you would think you would do it with a shade that maybe you could also use as a highlight, or you could also use as a blush or something, which the red was like, oh, so close. You should have made the matte red big. That way you could have used it as a blush too, and that would have been fun, but they didn't. But then in the Amethyst palette, they made it even worse by making that deep purple sparkly shade the big one. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful shade. I'd love to have it in my collection, but why is it the big shade? You know, I don't foresee that being a shade that someone's gonna get through really quick, because that's another thing you could have done. I've said before on my channel, I think the James Charles X Morphe palette was smart in the sense that he made the larger shades in that middle row shades that you could also use on your face, like highlight shades, contour shades, bronzer shades, colors you would use more of. Like, I think the black one he made big, and maybe the white one too. I thought that was smart. BH Cosmetics did not do that here. They didn't at least choose, you know, maybe like a brown shade, a shade you would use more of to make the big one. They made it the sparkly purple. Doesn't make any sense to me, but even aside from that, the color story is just very wonky. Like, only half the palette is purple, which is kind of confusing to me. Like, I know you need some complementary shades in there, but you have only really one cool tone purple, and then the rest is all warm toned, and then you have a gold, but then you have a random icy blue. It's just kind of strange to me. I would have liked to see more depth. I would have liked to see a really deep matte purple, because what are you deepening up this look with? You know, there's that one kind of eggplanty shade, but I don't think that's going to be deep enough to work on everybody everybody's skin tones. You gave us another complete waste of a shade in that like kind of peachy cream colored shade. It's just boring. It's such a bummer. You could have done so much with purple. They could have given us so much more variations of purple. Like I said, I would have loved to see a deep royal purple in there, maybe a more indigo blue toned purple. Like, there's just so much you could do here. As a purple lover, this is a big bummer to me, and frankly, I don't want to talk about it anymore. So, BH Cosmetics Amethyst Palette, you're anti-hauled. Alright friends, and with that, we have reached the end of the video. I really liked talking trash about all these products today. I had a good old time, good old anti-consumerist time today. I hope you did too. I always forget to give this disclaimer at the beginning, but if you picked up any of these products, or if you plan to pick up any of these products, you do you. I'm so happy for you. I am unbelievably happy for you. I'm suspiciously happy for you. No, it's not suspicious because I'm just dang happy for you. I hope they work out great. I hope you prove me wrong. I hope everything works amazingly, and I hope that I look like a fool because all these products work out really great, because I don't ever want you to waste your money. I don't ever want to waste my money on makeup. I do not have the money to waste, so I hope that it works out for you. And even if you just like some of these products, try not to take it personally. I know if you're an Aries, it's gonna be tough. I normally say Pisces. Did you see I switched it up today because Aries are sensitive too. They got that tough exterior. They're the bull, you know? They're trying to be tough, but on the inside, they're a little sensitive. But try not to take it personally because, you know, this is all just my opinion. This is stuff that I'm not into, but if you're into it, big old thumbs up for me. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, let's chat. What are you not buying this month? What are you anti-hauling this month? I'd love to hear all of it. And please check out my description box for everything I'm wearing on my face today. I'm also gonna link Stens, the originator of this look, so definitely go check her out. She is so talented. And also in my description box, I'm going to have a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources. I'll have petitions to sign, places to donate, and ways to help protesters. So please click on those links if you have the time. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye! What was that? Is this like a wave? What am I like? Ooh, okay, I gotta go. Bye!